the Secretary General of the CNDD-FDD in the municipality of Mukaza, a call to action from local leaders. Since his reappointment as head of the ruling party, the Secretary General of the CNDD-FDD, Honorable Mukaza, has begun a national tour to consolidate the unity, discipline, and commitment of activists around the party's strategic objectives. This initiative is a part of dynamic of proximity to basic structures and pursues a dual objective to strengthen the understanding of the government priorities and mobilize local leaders to accelerate the march towards an emerging Burundi in 2040 and develop it in 2060. A local mobilization around concrete achievements. This Saturday, February 14th, 2026, the Most Honorable Reverend Ndikurio met the Bagumyabanga of the commune of Mukaza in the province of Bujumbura. In his welcome, the party's municipal secretary presented an encouraging assessment of local achievements. Among the notable advances, health rehabilitation work on the Ijabe Hospital is underway, education, the distribution of desk benches to improve learning conditions, not book support for indigent children, but the ministry in charge of education, recruitment of new teachers to strengthen educational staff, agriculture, a coffee plantation project in the Moira area to stimulate production and support the local economy, leadership, values, and cohesion. Speaking, the Secretary General drew a symbolic parallel between the believers and the Bagumyabanga, evoking the legacy of the late President Pierre Nkurunziza as a reference of loyalty, vision, and commitment. He warned against divisionist speeches, recalling that a man's mouth can become his own enemy. He emphasized the need for leaders to reject the lie, embody the values of integrity, responsibility, and loyalty. Stressing the strategic importance of youth, he reaffirmed the party's commitment to strengthening the supervision and training of young people affiliated to the party structures, including the Imbonerakure and the Eglons, in order to prepare a competent and responsible succession. In the same dynamic, we called that a true leader must work for the well-being of the population rather than seeking to maintain himself at all costs in positions of responsibility. He denounced the practices of oppression and submission contrary to the principles of good governance, economic development, and local initiatives. The Secretary General encouraged the Bagumyabanga of Bujumbura to form partnerships with national agricultural cooperatives, in particular for the supply of products on credit with after-sale repayment. This approach aims to boost local trade and improve household incomes. Sport and infrastructure, a development lever. Addressing the sports sector, he emphasized the importance of supporting the guidelines of the President of the Republic, affirming that discipline and institutional cohesion are pillars of national progress. He announced that the project to build an arena with the capacity of 5,000 seats will be launched on March 30, 2026, marking an important step in the development of sports infrastructure. In addition, he insisted on the effective use of funds allocated to municipalities for the construction of synthetic land for young people in the Rugombo, Kinama, Mukaza, and Kanyosha areas. According to him, sport can become a real economic engine, setting the example of Burundian players playing internationally and contributing to the country's influence. Environment and family planning. In the environmental field, the party leader called for the protection of rivers crossing the city of Bujumbura by planting trees on public land and in neighborhoods. This initiative is part of the fight against climate change and improvement of air quality. He also encouraged responsible family planning, recommending a maximum of 3 children per family in order to control population growth and contribute to poverty reduction. Finally, he urged the municipal administrator to ensure urban cleanliness and beautification of the city while calling on merchants to systematically issue invoices in order to combat tax fraud. This field descent will continue in the municipalities of the south of the country, demonstrating the party's desire to strengthen local governance and mobilization around national development objectives.